pretty warm because they're going to be doing a lot of chasing. Lockie Whitfield off a half-back flank, Josh Kelly off a wing.
That's a really good way to transition, actually. Let's move into our tips. So let's move into our tips there, because obviously, the Friday night game is that. Now, the first game of the round, firstly, is Richmond versus Hawthorn. Now, Hayden, we're going to go to you first. Who are you tipping in that game, and how much do you reckon?
Yeah, I'm going to go Richmond. They're red hot start. Obviously, it was a draw. They didn't get the win that they were after. I think they get the win here. Quite a few goals. I've gone Richmond by 28.
Yeah, I'm going to go Richmond here, and I'm going to go by 42. I still think I don't rate Hawthorn this year. I said it last week. I'm saying it now. I just witnessed this absolutely flog them across the park, and I don't believe we're as good as a team as Richmond are. So I think Hawthorn will bounce in the sense that they'll bounce away from a 60-point loss, but they'll move towards more 40. I don't know. I think they'll match up a little bit better with Richmond, but I still think that Richmond will get a decent win against them. And I'm going to go Richmond there. Okay, so next up we've got Western Bulldogs versus GWS Giants. I will go first, and I am going to tip GWS in this one. I'm sorry, Hayden. I've got to go with the Giants here. I think they will bounce back. I have seen firsthand that they are a good team, and they are going to be on a nice field there. It is at Marvel, though. It is at Marvel, so it's going to be it's obviously on the home turf of the Dogs, but do I class that as home turf really this year with no fans? The Dogs don't really have too many fans at their stadiums, really. Anyway, and that's not actually having a go at them, but like I've been there personally. I do my vlogs at these games. I know who has fans and know who doesn't have fans. And I tell you what, Bulldogs fans love them, but there just isn't as many as you would expect, really, considering of how much of I wouldn't call them an illustrious club, but they have got a long history. So, but anyway, I'm not going to say too much more on that. I'm going with GWS, and I'm going to go by a close one. I'm going to go by 13. I'll go with 13. Not too out of there, but still a decent enough win.
Yeah, I'm going against the Dogs here. I think it'll be fairly close. I think we can bounce back a bit, but I don't expect us to win. So I've gone the Giants by 10. And I feel like this game could be a little bit low scoring.
Yeah, well, you got to start catching up on your tips because you only got 3 out of 8 last week. And also, just to quickly clarify, guys, this man, he tipped the Swans. He didn't tip Essendon. I unfortunately,
I saw it on Instagram.
I tipped Essendon, but if you guys go and listen to that, because he actually called himself out on it. I had him as Essendon on the picture that we put on the Instagram, on the Intershed Instagram page. But this bloody cheating little sneaker, he actually tipped the Swans by 14, not Essendon. So I got that one. He's on 3 tips. I'm on 6, and I'm leading across the park right now. But James, thumbs up, thumbs down. What do you reckon?
Oh, the Giants. I think the Giants will win easily. We'll bounce back. We're a good side. The Western Bulldogs showed on Sunday that they're not much chop this year, especially without Lockie Hunter and Easton Wood controlling not only the midfield but the back line in Easton Wood. I'd say the Giants by 40 plus. We'll bounce 40 back.
40 plus? Ooh,
yeah.
I don't think so, mate. I don't think so.
It's gonna be like Wings up against Happy Clapper. We'll stay with you until 3/4 time, and then we're just gonna
still out Wings. Yeah, I love it. Next up, we've got North Melbourne versus the Sydney Swans, and Hayden, I go to you, son.
Tough game to tip.
He didn't want to go first in this one. He wanted to see what I was about to tip.
Yeah, I wanted to see what you said because you're all over the North Melbourne this year. You've got them outside the 8. You've got them, I think, 9th or 10th, haven't you?
I've got them about 9th. Yeah, I'd go 9th.
Yeah, about 9th. Well, look, I'm going to go the opposite way. I think the Swans are improving. Buddy, not in the side, is huge for him, but I still think they can win some games. I'm going to go the Swans by 5.
Right now, James. You've got the Swans by 5. James looks terrified. So I know he's going to be thumbsing up me here because I'm going the Kangas, mate. I'm going the Kangas, and I'm going to go the Kangas by about 24 points. I think.
Put some more on it.
Put some more on it. Okay, let's bang it up to 100. No, I'm joking. But I reckon Kangas are going to get a convincing win here. I don't rate the Swans this year, and I just don't. The Swans aren't looking great. I think they could genuinely be around the bottom 4 area. I just don't think they're going to be great this year. All right, next up we're going to move on to Collingwood versus St Kilda. I'm up, and I'm going to take Collingwood here by. I reckon they're going to win by. I'm going to say 28. I think it's not going to be an outrageous score, but I think 28 is going to be where they bounce back from a draw where they should have won. And I think St Kilda will be in it, but I think the last quarter that Collingwood will realise that's where we kind of fell apart. Well, they fell apart in the second half, really. But I think Collingwood will realise in this game that they need to focus on keeping at it in the second half and to show they've got their premiership credentials. Hayden, what's your tip here?
I think St Kilda will win, so don't. No,
Okay,
calm
okay,
down.
yeah,
I was going to say
calm
that
down.
I think I think St Kilda will be just outside the top 8 this year. I think they'll have some good wins, but I feel like this will be one of their worst losses of the season. I'm tipping Collingwood to respond to that draw with a big win. I'm tipping Collingwood by 49.
Oh my god! Oh my god! James is angry. You can see him. You can see.
All right. Let me just get this straight. All right. Collingwood, who kicked 5 goals on Thursday night, you're going to say they're going to whoop them by 49 points at the G again. All right, so it could get the same conditions, a bit dewy and whatnot. The Saints are a good side this year. They're about 12 months to 2 years away from putting themselves up there as a top 4 contender.
I gave him some kind of credit, mate. I gave him some credit.
I said that they'll be just outside the 8 and they'll have a really good
You've given them good credit for the year, but this game you haven't given credit. But
Collingwood will come out all guns blazing. I've got no doubt about that. They'll have a point to prove after last week. But I reckon the Saints can hold them. I don't think they'll win. I think Collingwood by under a goal. It's going to be the match of the round.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah, that's a bit of, well, there you go. So we both tipped Collingwood there, but one by buddy half a ton and the other one by half a ton. All right, it's the next one. We got Geelong versus the Cat. Geelong versus the Cats. We got Geelong versus Carlton. Hayden, you're up here.
Geelong by 25.
Yeah, we're going to make this quick. I'm taking Geelong by 45, mate. Brisbane Lions versus West Coast, and I have to take the first tip here. Jeez. Oh, no, I don't like this one. I am going to go Brisbane. I will go Brisbane, and I'm going to say Brisbane by 7. I reckon it'll be a really close one. I reckon West Coast will want to bounce back, and that's why it'll be close. I reckon that Brisbane will get a very close win here. I'm taking them by 7. Good old Charlie Cameron. Let's get him another 3 goals. Let's go.
I've got the opposition by 7. I've got the Eagles by 7. So it's good to go against each other by that same margin there. It's really funny because I've got Brisbane in my top 4. I think they're going to be quite a dangerous side.
Yeah, but you got West Coast in top 4 too. So
I don't know if you guys agree with me, but I think Lachie Neale is going to be massive this year. I think he's going to be absolutely huge. So I want to see him get some Brownlow votes in this game and get a nice win. But I've got the Eagles by 7. That loss is really going to hurt them. It's at Brisbane though, which really does worry me. But as you said, home field advantage isn't considered too much this year. So
AFL's a little bit different to rugby league. AFL's a little bit different because there is different dimensions for different fields. There is wider fields compared to it. It is. There is a little bit of a home advantage, but not too much. I agree because I think of home advantage as the home fans. Let's move on to Sunday. We've got the Suns and the Crows. And, oh, my God, you get the easy one again. We'll quickly go through that. So how much are you tipping? And actually, no, it's not necessarily an easy one to tip, but go on, tell me. Go on, mate.
Yeah, I think it's a bit of a tough one to tip. Both of these sides are inconsistent. I'm going to go the Suns getting back-to-back wins. I think this game will be very, very, very close. I'm tipping the Suns by 2.
Oh, okay. Well, that's a big call. I'm actually going to take the Crows here. I think they got embarrassed by Port Adelaide. I think they're going to want to bounce back off the showdown. James, I don't know if he's
going with me.
Yeah, well, he can go with you all you like, but he's also a GWS fan. So, no, I'm joking. Sorry, James. I got to start doing that. To you. But because you're a bogey team for me, I got to have some form of dislike. But I think the Crows will bounce back. I think they've been slaughtered in the media this week, slaughtered, and I think that they need to come back. And the Gold Coast, they're bouncing off a win, but I'm sorry, I just can't see them beating the Crows. Essendon versus the D's, and that one is going to be me, and I am going to take the Bombers here. I'm going to take the Bombers here, and I'm going to take the Bombers by 20. I think that the D's will stay in it, but I think that's a fair score. 20 points. Take it home. Go head on to the next game, and I think Essendon, and then they play Carlton next week as well, so they'll definitely want to be wanting a couple of wins on the trot here. There'll be 3 wins in a row when they play up against Carlton. So, Hayden, who's your tip in that one?
Yeah, I've got Essendon. I'm going with you there. I've got Essendon by 18.
And Freo versus Port Adelaide to finish us off. Hayden, what's your tip?
Very close to that scoreline. I've got Port by 17. I think Freo showed a bit of a fight last week. I think they can keep it a bit closer than people expect. I think everyone will be tipping Port by 30 plus, but
Yep.
I'll go Port by 17.
Yep, everyone includes me. I'm tipping Port by 30 plus. I'm going to tip Port by 36. I think they could actually score more. I think they could. And I underdid Geelong last week. I told you Geelong would win by a lot, but I underdid them. I think I put like 30 or 40 or something like that. I think I did underdo. Yeah, I did underdo them. But I think that's the same thing here. I think that Port genuinely could win by. They could win by another cricket score. But I'm going to give it a little bit closer just to kind of see how I feel about Port this year and see if the consistency is there. So I'm going to go with 36.